live. Good morning from wherever in the world that you are. I tried to get Morgan to dance today.
It's not going to happen.
It's just not going to happen.
When we said we were going to do this, there was never any talk of me dancing. So I was like,
you're going to hit the button.
Yep. And then come straight, sit back down.
And then I thought, maybe because he's standing, he'll get a little jig.
No.
It didn't happen. Anyway, good morning as you join us from around the globe. Northern Hemisphere, Southern Hemisphere, Eastern, Western. Are there Eastern Hemispheres?
I guess so. Yeah, East-West, yeah.
Excellent. I don't look like an idiot. But this morning, yes, good morning. So we are coming to you live from our Good News channel, which is live from our kitchen bench. And we are starting this morning with our usual breaking news of the recovered coronavirus patients globally, which as of this morning's news is at 212,115 patients that have fully recovered from the virus.
I feel like that's a big jump too, because it was...
we've just cracked 200,000 that have recovered. I need a horn.
I think I've got the sound effect somewhere on my laptop. Anyway.
Let's do that.
Okay, so...
But that's amazing, guys. We've just cracked 200,000 people that have recovered from the virus.
Okay, well, we're going to head over to Italy now, where obviously Italy's been hit pretty hard with this, and lots of Mamma Mia's going out over there, but good news coming from one hospital in the town, or I suppose Parma. I've never been there.
I think it's a
town.
town.
Is that where Parmigiana comes from? I hope so.
Maybe.
I hope so. But there's a coronavirus emergency room there that, as of last week, I think, or in recent times, they had up to 50 patients on stretchers being treated for COVID-19. But today, for the first time since it was set up, the room is completely empty. So you go to that every time. It'll get really annoying. But yes, the good thing about that is, hopefully it's a sign of them turning a corner.
Absolutely.
So that's great.
No, absolutely. Okay, now for some global good news that's actually not connected to COVID-19, but is connected to the survival of humanity. And it's in the news that a landmark study concludes that marine life can actually be fully rebuilt by 2050. So, on the Good News channel, we have been bringing you lots of news from around the world about how the ozone layer in Antarctica is closing, the wind channels around the world are sort of changing it positively. The Venice canals were clear for the first time in a long time. And now this landmark study, which was going on before COVID, but it's obviously come out during this time, so no one's reporting it. But the scientists that have done it, and there was lots of scientists, I just didn't put how many, there was lots of scientists from around the world, from lots of universities, and it was all, they did it together, have now put in the report that to create an ocean renaissance for wildlife by 2050, and it will strengthen the services that we rely on. So it's basically going to rejuvenate the entire ocean. That is going to help us from food to coastal protection to climate stability. It does say that obviously the measures that are listed in the report will cost billions, but it will bring benefits 10 times as high. And I'm seeing world governments just print a lot of money. So I feel like for the environment, they could just print a little more.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't pretend to be...
I'm questioning where all the money is going.
I don't have a degree in geopolitical economics, and I'm pretty sure you don't either. So let's continue. But that is great, mate. Great news. Excellent. Got to give you some Joe Exotic news, or related news at least anyway. So for those of you who haven't watched Netflix's Tiger King, Joe Exotic is a gay man from Oklahoma with a mullet who owns 200 tigers.
If you don't know who Joe Exotic is,
you are living under a rock.
So
you need to go check it out. It's called Tiger King. It's on Netflix, right?
Free plug.
But there's a guy who owns a restaurant in Indiana, Jake Burgess, and he filmed a video of himself saying if the video got 1,000 more views and donations, he could pass them on to his staff. He would transform himself into Joe Exotic. And at the time of this article, he had over 3,500 views. So he's gone, apparently giving himself a blonde bleached mullet with a little mo and stuff like that. And even if you haven't watched the thing, go look up his presidential campaign video. He ran for president. He also I am broke as shit. I've had loads of kinky sex. I refuse to wear a suit.
I've done drugs. That was his presidential campaign. I would have No, I
That's
was like,
the
I
worst.
probably would have voted for it. Okay, now to some Arnie news over in the States with the former governor. Go to the chopper. With the former governor Arnold Schwarzenegger visiting LA hospitals where he personally delivered a cargo of 50,000 masks to doctors on the front lines.
He
of
carried
the
them all
pandemic.
himself. Too.
I was just like, picturing that. I would have gone down just to watch his arms, quite frankly. But he's also donated $1 million of his own money to a GoFundMe effort to raise money for desperately needed equipment during the COVID-19 crisis. This is why I love money.
Yeah.
Like, I love money. I think good people making great money can do awesome things. And point in case.
Yeah, which brings us into
Ryan-
our next story. So this bloke isn't built like Arnie physically, but his bank account certainly is. So for those of you who don't know, Twiggy Forrest is he's an Australian mining magnate. He owns a company called Fortescue Metals. One of our major billionaires here in Australia. So if you're an international watching. Basically, Twiggy Forrest is what we call him. He's committed $160 million. He spends a lot of his time doing like philanthropy type work these days, but he's still the CEO of his own company. But anyway, his foundation's committed $160 million to fly specialist medical supplies into Australia from China. He's also used his relationships through business with people in China. So this isn't being purchased through the normal channels. He's gone direct there. I think he's even using his own plane to fly it in as well. So the plane's bringing in millions of masks, gloves, gowns, and other equipment, nasal swabs, thermometers, ventilators, things like that. For our frontline medical staff, which I think is a great example of like what you said.
Good people make great money.
Yeah, and doing good stuff.
More money. And I read it as well. Like I didn't put it in there, but why he's stepped up like this is because the hospitals were actually calling him direct, going around our government, who are doing a remarkable job. But the hospitals actually called Twiggy and said, we need help us, and Twiggy stepped up. So I love money, and I love when individuals earn it and can do awesome things. Okay.
Cool. So every Friday, normally...
No, I've got some more news.
Oh, yeah, sorry, there is.
Yeah,
sorry, jumping the gun.
God. Okay, now taking you to some amazing news right here in Australia. So we've obviously had a bloody rough trot, us Australians.
Bloody right we have.
Since the beginning of the year, with the bushfires. And obviously, like, our wildlife was decimated, but a lot of remarkable, again, individuals went out and rescued a lot of koalas, as many as possible, and took them into all the wildlife centres. And the first lot of koalas that have been rescued and looked after and have healed have just been put back out into their natural habitat in the Blue Mountains, and it was the first 12. So go koalas, go, which is really exciting. And they said they've obviously checked it. There was enough vegetation that has regrown from all the recent rain, so it's amazing.
Good news that the koalas are doing better now. Well, they're on the way at least.
They are.
Okay, now some ingenious news. Back to America. I feel like I'm Pitbull, Mr. Worldwide. Italy, America, Australia. All right. A 45-year-old man from Ohio by the name of Charlie Adams wanted to check in on his elderly mother. So short of just calling, he took his bucket truck. Oh, that's what we call probably a cherry picker.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Bucket truck, but they don't.
I think that's way better. A bucket truck.
I know, such diverse.
It makes more sense.
Such diverse cultures. His bucket truck to a nursing home and hoisted himself up to the third story of the window, and so they could have a great conversation, and much to the delight of the local residents as well. So more good news coming there.
I love
People
it.
getting smarter.
The photo was awesome. He's literally in his cherry picker or bucket truck, and he's like hoiked to the third window, and like you see his little old grandma and his old mum.
Yeah,
it's cute. It was very cute. Okay, so Morgan's
Okay, so normally every time we do one of these, I do a life pro tip, which is just little sort of life hacks and things you can do. But every Friday, I'm going to do an unethical life pro tip, and what I might do once a month is maybe an illegal one.
No, you're not.
Okay, they're only for fun. Only for fun. Like if you do this, you're actually a dick. But anyway, here's an unethical life tip. All right, save the business cards of businesses and people you don't like. Okay, because if you ever hit a parked car and there's no one around, you can just write sorry on the back of that card and leave it under the windscreen wiper.
Don't ever do that.
There's a great life pro tip for you guys.
Oh my god, unethical. Okay, whilst he is giving you unethical
Every Friday.
An
unethical one.
Yes. I am going to say spread a little love. Now, some updates to the Good News Desk. What we are going to do as of next week is obviously live. I feel like it's calming down a little bit. So what we've committed to doing, because we've had some amazing feedback from you guys saying like, we love this, Lots of people watch the replays. So what we're going to do is take it a bit more professional, but only do it twice a week, and maybe once a week. But it will be pretty amazing. So we're going to do where we'll bring up the stories so you can actually see them, and all that fun stuff. So we're not going anywhere. We're just going to get better and bring you more good stuff. So spread a little love today, and we will see you.
I'm going to outro you with music today.
Yes, honey.
Bye.